So what we've seen so far is, according to the Africa Salary Trend Report 2025, typically proposal teams are between 2 to 5, as you can see from the report, and they handle a total of about 252 proposals a year. That's very huge. And also about 60% experiment with AI, and it's mostly for editing and not strategic work. That really improves win rates. And less than 10% uses proposal softwares. So that's what the report has given us so far. So generally, you have all the talent and effort here in the region, but the major challenge is the structure, the process, the recognition that can turn good proposals into winning ones here. Thank you.
But really skilling up our capability is critical, because once we bring in proper processes and language of professional proposal management, then everything else starts to improve. Quality, confidence, consistency, and success rates. And that's really what we're in it for, right? We're here to win proposals ultimately. So if the problem is global, and well, it's not just global, we also have a little bit to catch up from an African perspective. We can clearly see what's missing. The next question is really simple. What does success actually look like? And that's where we will go next. So now that we've defined the problem, there's a capability gap. Let's talk about what winning actually looks like. And when we analyze hundreds of proposals from across industries, there's one consistent truth. Winning isn't about luck. It's about structured approach. High-performing proposal teams build on the same 4 key pillars. So we've tried to reduce these 4 key pillars for you. The first is really around RFP alignment, and that is really clear that, alignment with the RFP, winning proposals follow the requirements precisely that the customers ask. They don't go and reinvent the brief or bury answers in the storytelling. It's showing how your approach, it's really showing that we answer exactly what is asked in the format that the evaluators have asked for. So I think that's sort of the basic rules that we should, or most of us should, understand. The second pillar is really around strategic value communication. And that is really means connecting our solution to the client's business or mission impact, not just listing activities, but showing how our approach solves their problem better than anyone else's. I love to say the customers don't care about you, not until you tell them how you're going to solve their problem and their needs. Then and only then are they going to want to know, can you do it? Where have you done it before? And why should I choose you versus anybody else? And then the third pillar is really around technical, commercial, and compliance excellence. And these 3 must work together. You can have the best solution in the world, but if pricing is unclear, or if you've missed the mark completely, or your compliance is weak, it won't matter at all. So we still have to make sure that we're ticking the boxes, we understand what our competitive benchmarks are before we go ahead there. And then the fourth, often overlooked, is team coordination and repeatable processes. And this is probably where I would start, because winning organizations treat proposals like a managed system, not a last-minute project, although I know they often feel that way. They plan, assign roles, and use lessons learned from every bid to improve the next one. And this, and setting that foundation process is absolutely critical. So those 4 pillars are really vital in terms of making sure we put the right impact together.